Welcome back to the XDS Custom Shop here in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm here with Eric. Say hi, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
I thought about calling you Ahab this morning because I can see in the background your white whale.
Guys, something happened.
Guys, we've been talking about this a while.
The dream
and
has happened.
We would like to thank all the well-wishers out there and those who searched high and low. But here it is, Yamaha RGX in purple, and a much more flattering purple than every picture that we saw, because it's less sort of pinky and more a regal. It's the purple of kings, let's be frank.
Dude, total royalty.
So Eric's in love.
I'm pretty pleased with it.
And
not in love with the pickups though.
I was gonna say, this is a love affair.
Put in there.
like a lot of relationships, it took all of 5 minutes to find the faults in the other.
It's awesome. I don't know. I have no experience with Ibanez V7, V8, and S1 pickups.
Mm-hmm.
I've never owned an Ibanez instrument or maybe even really played one, but those sound bad in this guitar.
Yeah,
is what I'll say.
Yeah, that's fair, and that's a fair and measured response. But there it is. We're gonna find something else to hunt down.
I also found the book that I became enamored with this when I was.
Did those come in? Did you find the book?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I bought a bunch of them because I didn't know which one it was, and it's actually in 2 of them, so that was pretty dope.
Well, it's a banner day, banner week.
Yeah. Pretty exciting.
One hopes a banner
Speaking
year.
Of exciting,
yes, and
we pedals on this nice wide board over here.
Yeah, we've got another long boy here. It's got all the good stuff. It's got the Strymon Holy Trinity, Eventide H. Well, why don't you walk us through it, Eric? So just start us at the beginning. We'll get to all the stuff.
Let's take a trip here.
Yeah. So where do we begin?
Little interface here. Just simple in, insert, out. And there's DC through on it here.
Yep.
For the pedal today. So you can put whatever you want out here. Power it. It's on a switchable port over here. So if you want to live dangerously and put some 18 or 12 volt thing out here,
you can switch it.
And then the next time you put a 9 volt thing out here, forget to hit the switch.
Yep.
More power to you.
Don't forget.
Tuner, strobo stop, and the buffers in these are pretty good, so we put them first a lot of the times.
Yep.
But they always come up in the on state if you leave them in the buffered thing. So I've begun putting unmute stickers on there just to remind people, because there's also a volume pedal here.
Yes.
So this can just be on all the time, always see what's going on, and use a volume pedal.
Very nice. And then
tuner, Prince Tone.
Uh-huh.
Which, man, if it was me, I'd get 2 of these instead of a King of Tone, I think.
What do you think the difference is?
Well, it's the same thing, except the switches that are inside is right here. It still has the presence trimmer inside, but also you can just go buy these right now. You don't have to wait 4 years on whatever their list is.
It's probably about the same size, a little deeper, right?
It would be, yeah, probably pretty comparable.
Like functionally.
If
it was on
taller, for sure.
Yeah, if the King of Tone was on a row with these pedals, this row was going to be this deep anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you're stacking a bunch of sideways pedals.
Yeah.
But either way, I think that sounds good.
Yep.
I like this one.
Yeah,
one of ours, fun. Imperial. Yep. And an ODR.
Look at that.
Different enough to be cool.
Base cut switch inside. You guys know about that, right? Like inside this little trapdoor. Please don't break. Please don't break. Please don't break.
Well, if you're breaking it, you're doing it.
Well,
I'm afraid.
Well, I don't know. See that little switch in there, right there?
He's just a little guy in there.
It says base. Shout out to Adam Neely.
Boom.
Please don't break. We did it.
If you want to just be cool, you know what?
You know what? Right?
If I had some crow, I'd be eating it.
All right, ODR1.
Winford, what a fine pedal, y'all.
That's right. If you only have one XTS pedal, it should probably be that one.
I think that's all of our favorites.
Yep. So Winford,
Riverside. 2 pedals in one.
With a favorite, yeah.
And then an EQ here.
Modded EQ.
And the insert is here.
Yep.
Put whatever you want in there.
Yep. So that insert, that normals through those 2 jacks. So if there's nothing in there, it basically goes here to there to here, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Those switches are cool. They have 2 little things in them, so when you plug it in...
The jacks, you mean?
It unhooks them like this, and then when you unplug it, it goes back in.
Yep,
so the
super
contacts
simple.
go right through. They're nice. Volume pedal, and then the big 3 here.
Mobius, timeline, big sky.
And actually, really, I guess boom, 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 boom.
We messed with this. It wasn't on this board, it was somebody else's board. We were messing around
the other ones.
At the other day. I like that pedal. I realize that's not a... Like, I like steak. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I like this.
Well, it has a very pleasing... I think it was coral, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, you were on shimmer, and I thought, man, that sounds kind of brassy, and then tried to dial it out.
Yeah, if you can play kind of chordal stuff, but then if you do little lines in it to peak out, the high end will sort of become accentuated on those. But if you put it on the choral, you can do that, and it doesn't have enough top end to leap out and just be distracting.
And the other thing that was new to me was if you do the pre-delay pretty long, I feel like it sounds like a keyboard player sort of comping just behind you.
Yeah, it washes it out a little bit more. It's pretty cool.
All right, so Big Sky then to...
I guess there's a reason people use these.
Yeah, I've probably sold thousands of them.
At least a couple hundred.
Yeah, just like... I like this thing that everything likes.
Seen probably 300 in here.
Yeah, like you walking under the McDonald's sign that says 5 billion served and be like, hey guys, have you seen this place I found?
I wonder how many of those we've actually put on boards. It's got to be
McDonald's or Big Sky?
How many hamburgers have we put on a pedalboard, Barry?
I'm hopeful.
I did it one time, but it's because the guy was a character.
So Big Sky, it is a good pedal.
That's the last pedal. It's these 3, and then it's that one.
Got it. Perfect.
And this controls everybody. Ooh, look at that. They all update.
Oh, so nice. Yeah, so break down the... it controls everybody. Now, for those who've not seen this bit of gear before, what do you mean?
It sends out clock. I think it'll also do some other switching stuff. I think we've only used them to send clock.
And tap.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll do MIDI or contact closure stuff.
So it can MIDI clock or tap dumb pedals. No, I don't mean dumb as in pejoratively. I mean simple.
It can reach into a pedal that has a tap jack on it,
like MXR Echoplex.
The Echoplex will tap, yeah.
Yep.
But with these, they're all MIDI except for the Big Sky. These do some weird stuff. It messes with the pre-delay when you tap them or give them clock.
Yep.
It's not. Maybe somebody likes it. I don't like it. But you can also turn it on. You can make these not listen to it per preset as well.
Yes.
Or global, you can do.
So just because I got it confused, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, great. And then Strymon for power.
Mm-hmm. Couple guys there.
A little piggyback action.
Yeah.
What are the dimensions on this board? Because sometimes folks ask. Do you know?
I don't recall offhand. 30 or maybe 40. 40 by 13.
40 by 13.
It's cool. Pretty big, but not unmanageable. I think this is going to be a studio thing, so it won't travel around too awful much.
Yeah, it's going to stay still. And, well, cool. Well, this is going to get picked up in just a little bit. And this is a good one. Certainly pretty work. So much DC.
There's a lot of pedals on here.
It's very nice. It looks great.
And you can make the case that you can double a lot of these. I mean, these ports are all 500, so you could run every single drive pedal off of one port on this thing. But then
except for the Riverside.
Except for that. But then you lose the ability to swap things out for the future.
Yeah, you might get pinched.
Yeah, so part of that is an investment in the future as well.
That's right.
To be able to
That sounded very mature.
Well, because pedals are cool, but so are new pedals. New pedals are also very cool. And more and more things are getting processors in them that are hungry.
Yeah.
So being able to gang things together is becoming more and more tricky.
For sure.
For us, potentially.
Yep. I agree. Well, great board. If you guys need something like this or something completely different, you know who to call. And we'll talk to you then. Later.